Hello YouTube, how y'all doing today? Today we're taking a look at this awesome Zulisy Otter Pro RMSc Multi-reticle red dot sight. It also comes in a green version. This is the red version I have right here. I'll do an unboxing for this real quick. As it says right on the box, it's a reflex sight. First thing we got is our subtensions. It shows you the 0, what your offsets are. And then we have some directions here. Quick guide, I guess you would say. And we have our manual. Nice full color. All these Zulisy red dots come with this really nice tool. Torque spit on one end, a screwdriver on the other, and a battery cover on the side. These are awesome. Lens cloth, of course. Comes with a cover. And then it comes with about 50 billion screws for every imaginable, conceivable setup that you might have. And we also have, these are the screws that are in it for my Sig. Now this list uses, I'm not sure what you call it. I guess you call them stepped bolts, where they're thicker on the shaft, and then it gets thinner down by the threads, and that's why it comes with so many screws, because they are designed to give you a better bite and purchase on the site. Okay, so now we saw what comes with it, and let's take a look at the unit. We got us on our Sig P322 and our Alps Outdoors Extreme holster. This is awesome. This holster is modular, and it fits this really good with the weapon light. I have a different video on that. I'll put it on the end screen. But you can see how she looks in our Sig P322 here. Now this is not suppressed. This is actually a 6-inch rifled screwed-on barrel extension. It gives this pistol the same muzzle velocity and muzzle energy as most .22 Magnum handguns. Something like a Kel-Tec PMR30 or something like that. So it makes the pistol far more powerful. Adds about 200 to 250 feet per second, depending on which load it is. Gives an effective barrel length of over 10 inches. So that's what's going on there. And then we've got this easy shoot weapon light. I've done a review on this in the past as well, and I'll put a link to this in the end screen as well. It's a, I believe, a 2000 lumen weapon light. Really high value unit. So let's take a look at this Zulisy Otter Pro. You can see it on this side. We got 2 switches for brightness. And then on this side, we got the side mount battery tray. And on the rear, we have a set of iron sights carved into the unit. And you can see the circle dot reticle very clearly there. Okay, so very easy unit to use. Not a lot of screws and not a lot of buttons and controls to mess with. It has, I believe, 8 brightness settings for daylight and 2 for night vision. And I have tested it with a couple different types of digital night vision, and it does work very nicely with them. And I use this pistol. This is like my primary homestead pistol. I do all kinds of pest removal and critter removal and all kinds of stuff with this on my homestead, out of my homestead. And with this red dot sight, it's like cheating. I can't miss, you know. Deadly accurate against things like raccoons and possums and things like that. Very, very effective. So I'm going to put the specs on screen for this right now. Okay, now that we took a look at the full specs, what everybody really wants to see is a shooting demonstration. So what we're going to do is, I have a 100-yard target down there across my lake. It's a mini IDPA silhouette target. We're going to take some shots at that. And then over here, I have a pistol target right where we're at. We're at about 35 yards. I'll take some shots on that. And then we'll go up a bit closer and we'll do a little bit of a close range, like multi-target, rapid fire demonstration. So you get a real good idea of what this thing's capable of. Okay, we got our camera set up now. This is a steel target, so you'll definitely hear the ding when it hits. I'm going to be aiming at a 8x12 like micro IDPA silhouette down there. It simulates an A-zone target very nicely. So we're going to engage that, and we'll score some hits on that. and then we'll move and do some 100-yard shooting. We'll be using Remington Golden Bullets bulk pack ammo. It's cheap, inexpensive, pretty reliable. I use this in all my videos. I shoot tons of this stuff, and I like it, so great for stuff like this. Oh, we broke our string, one of our cables. Yeah, that happens a lot when you have your own range. The bullet fragments fly off and sever the cables, but we'll keep going. That thing's spinning all over down there. Okay, next we're going to engage this 90-yard target. Okay, so the target's down there in that clearing on the other side of the lake. It's camouflage. It's painted a dark green color, so it's very difficult to see. I will circle it on the screen, and the idea behind that is to add an element of skill and challenge. Now, that's welded on there with 2 posts, so it doesn't make your traditional ringing sound. It makes like a tick, 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 tick sort of sound. So we'll engage that now. You'll hear it very clearly when I hit it. You hear that clink? Whoop. All right, well, we scored 3 or 4 hits. As you saw, several hits at 90 yards, no problem. And correction, that was at 100 yards, not 90. Okay, folks, so we got 13 rounds loaded on our pistol here. The Sig 322 holds 20+1, but I have found, and I have like well over 10,000 rounds through this gun, that if you leave the magazines loaded long term, as long as you keep 12 or 1 in there, 12+1 in there, it's reliable and will work fine long term. But if you load the mags to full capacity and let them sit for a while, they jam like crazy. So it's a plastic body on the magazine. These really should be a steel magazine, and it would not have these problems because it's otherwise very, very reliable. But, you know, Sig being Sig, they decided to make them plastic, and it is what it is. But load it to 12+1, which is still more than most 22 pistols, and you're perfectly fine. Other than that, I have no complaints. This is a tremendous pistol, and I love it. And this red dot is awesome on here. But let's, I'm going to go down and fix those targets real quick. There's a couple targets that are hanging by one string. I'm going to fix them. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shoot left to right from 7 yards, like double tap on each target, ding, 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 till we're out of ammo. We got 13 rounds in it. Okay, folks, so I'm here at 7 yards. I'm going to go left to right. We got a 8-inch clanger, a bowling pin, a mini bowling pin, and the 8x12 mini IDPA A-zone target, and then we got a 6-inch clanger. And I'll go left to right till I'm out of rounds. Pulled 1 round, but you get the idea. I just engaged 6 targets, double taps, 2 shots apiece, 12 hits out of 13, and the one I jerked the trigger, that was my bad on the little target. So very, very capable setup, folks. Okay, folks, so you got to see this thing in action. You got to see it at 100 yards, 35 yards, and up close at 7 yards, engaging multiple targets, rapid fire. And you can see that this is a highly, highly capable setup. I missed a few targets, but that was me. Other than that, I scored multiple hits at 100 yards with bulk, cheap Remington Golden Bullet ammo. And, you know, if your 22 pistol can hit at 100 yards consistently, yeah, that's not a bad thing. That's pretty impressive. So this is a very capable red dot sight. This is the second sight I've tested from Zulisy. I also tested one of their other sights. I'll put that on the screen here, which I also really liked a lot. And then I also have their OakC for testing as well. And I have that on my 10.5-inch AR pistol, and that thing is really wild. I think I like that one I think I like that one the best out of the whole bunch of them. So, but all three of them, very capable, very reasonably priced, very nice. I would certainly recommend all three for hunting, home defense, target practice, plinking, be good in a truck gun, be good in your side-by-side or anything like that. So definitely very cool. Very, very nice optics. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you all have a wonderful day. Remind me out.